Greetings, greetings, greetings. Yes, yes, once again, that's right, that's right. This is the master teacher, the shapeshifter, the code breaker. That's right, coming at you live in a living color with 2,400 watts of power in this hour. The last time I checked, yes, that's right, the truth session, a little bit too sweet to be sour. That's right, I'm sitting in the captain's seat once again for the one, the apostle, the prophet. Oh, we coming right back at you with this smooth blue. Oh, you see, I'm in my smooth blue today. That's right, we're going to talk about this. We're going to revisit some things. We're going to talk about, yes, of course, deep in that smooth blue. We're flowing in that smooth blue, but I pulled out the quantum. We're going to go back to the quantum because if you don't understand the quantum, you don't understand the blue, you don't understand the flow. So this is going to be part 2. That's right. Talking about the quantum realm is the real realm of reality. We want to welcome you once again back here at the Truth Session. Listen, if you're here for the first time, we want to greet you and we want to say Shalom Alaikum, Assalamu Alaikum, in Hotep, Abaragani, Amani Kaka, Amani Dada, Hola, Bonjour, and to many Konnichiwa. That's right. Once again, I am the master teacher, the shapeshifter, the code breaker. We come to break some codes today, and we come to shape shift some things. Oh, that you may be enlightened, that you may be encouraged. Listen, go ahead and hit that share button right now. We're going to start off right away. Hit that share button. Flood the airways with the emojis. That's right. That's right. We're going to turn it up today. Oh, you can already tell I'm already on cloud 9. And in fact, I moved cloud 9. I went a little bit higher. That's right. That's the type of energy that this quantum realm brings to us, that blue. So that's right, we're back in that same tributary talking about the quantum realm is the real realm. And listen, right now, we want to say we extend grateful gratitude to you and to your family and those of you sent the feed to so that they may dial in today. We don't take your time for granted nor lightly, but we respect your time. Listen, this is the place where your thoughts are respected. That's right. The Truth Session. We come to bring you the truth. Oh, as musical artist JP, come on and titillate your ears and bring you on in and touch you in a way you've never been touched before. That's right. I love it when he touches you like that. Listen, we're going to go ahead and get set up, and as you listen, come on, already plug into that quantum realm, that deep flowetry in motion, that place of all possibilities, infinite possibilities. Oh, come on and talk to us.
That blue flow, deep blue flow, calms everything, brings tranquility. That deep blue flow, that deep blue flow, let's quantum. In that deep blue,
Come on, flow with him. Come on and flow with him. Listen, as you populate, don't forget to let us know where you're hailing from. Greetings, Sister Stephanie. Greetings, greetings. Greetings, Sister Cynthia in the house today. Greeting Elder Gibbs. Greetings, Sister Rhonda Moore. Greetings, Deshaun Bradley in the house. Greetings, Sister Monique. Greetings, Sister Kate Lee in the house today. Greetings, Addison Macy. Oh, y'all flooded with those hearts. Come on. As we populate, we're going to give them a little time to populate. We want this information to flow. Come on. Come on, as they flow in blue, come on and hit that share button. Come on and hit that share button right now. Listen, if you desire to donate, come on and do that as well. Come on. Yes. There it is. There's that deep blue flow. Come on. Yes. Come on and invoke that quantum realm to operate. Yeah. Greetings, Sister Latricia. Yes, last but not least, the one, the apostle and prophet. Greetings, Cosmic Commander in the house today. Oh, listen, it's going to be a treat for you today. We got some information for you. Once again, let us know where you're hailing from. Place your businesses on the timeline. That's right. We want to sow into one another. And listen, if you desire to donate right now, listen, please do so. We honor you for that. Already got word that Sister Cynthia 4 o'clock has already donated. Gratitude. Sister Tracy Love, gratitude for your donations. Gratitude. That's right, the Prince of Peace, Sister KD. Donate all week, that's it. That's right, yours truly, the master teacher, that's right. Donate to the truth session, that's right. Oh, let me show you something before we get started. Talking about your business. That's right. Come on here. That's right, Sister Sabrina. Off the chain, off the cloud, off the cup, off the roof, off the Richter scale. Nice portrait. That's right, that's what we do for one another, right here. I thought the late Michael Jackson was bad. Who's bad? Oh, Sister Sabrina. Yes, indeed. Come on and put those businesses out there. That's right. Our very own Kafira Hall and her business, that's right. See, Sister KD, she got you on tap. Sister Monique with amazing creation. Come on, our very own. The one, Kimberly Purdue, that's right, very own. Brenda Brown, a.k.a. the Chocolate Child. That's right, go visit her. Daddies matter too. Yes, coffee time with our very own, I'll-Be. Oh, and Cedric Kirksey, that's right, Conscious or Crazy. Oh, it's time to flow into this information. We're going to deal with it from many aspects. The one hit us with adjusting our minds because of misinformation. And as I shared with you, misinformation will cause you to go into trauma, and likewise, trauma will cause you to receive misinformation. So they flow right into the same vein. But we're going to talk about this because I hit you with before deep in the flow of smooth quantum blue. But in order to understand how the flow really works, you got to go back to the antecedent. The antecedent is the quantum realm, quantum mechanics, how things operate. And listen, we talked about it last week. What if you behaved like a subatomic particle? We threw that question out there up front. What if you behave like a subatomic particle? Let me enlighten you. You already operate as a subatomic particle. Yes, you do. See, it's when you become aware of it. When you become aware that you're operating in that space and place and time, I guarantee you'll begin to manifest things even more. Why? Because you become aware of it. There is the ability to have something to compare and to contrast to. Oh, it's like buying a vehicle for the first time, and all of a sudden you're starting to see the same vehicle everywhere. Why? Because it came into your line of sight. And so when you understand that you operate in the quantum realm and that is not some spooky place, you'll begin to manifest certain things. See, it's that blue realm that creates those places and spaces in conjunction with the quantum realm that'll cause you to think far beyond what you're capable of doing in your natural mind, in your natural thoughts. We talked about it. What did we say that blue is dealing with? Creativity, certainty, but also a realm of uncertainty when you're dealing with quantum, because you can't pinpoint it, because it has the ability to move, to create, to give you thought. Oh, somebody talk to me. It has the ability to do what? Build relationships, cause love to manifest, duality, stability, abundance, synchronicity, balance, enlightenment, higher consciousness. To be intentional, that's what it represents. To be smooth. Oh, we're going to be smooth today as we flow through this. Peaceful, being intelligent, tranquil. But watch this. I want to read something also that our very own Prince of Peace put out there. I don't know if many of you have seen this. Blue, in a general sense, spirituality, tranquility, serenity, aids intuition, water, there it is, ocean, lake, that flow, sky, believed to soothe illness, yes indeed, enhances wisdom of intellect, religion, in that aspect, devotion and religious study, passivity, enhances artistic expression, my goodness, masculinity, technology, astral projection, cool, smooth, cold-blooded. That's right. You've been hit by, you've been struck by smooth quantum blue. Throat chakra helps insomnia, protection during those sleeping hours. Man, I'm telling you, this blue is powerful. So we're going to cause it to flow today. We're going to go back to some things I want to get across to you, and we're going to move on from there. Oh, we got Dr. Tamika Brayboy donated. Gratitude, much gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Quantum realm, infinite possibilities. It appears to be uncertain. Yes, for sure, there's a certainty, because 100 times out of 100 times, the quantum realm is going to do what it's designed to do. It's going to manifest. Watch this. We talked about also that the moment you decide to venture into the place where you've created certain things, but yet you're out on that bubble, the moment you pierce through that realm, just like the quantum theory talks about, how do these particles pierce through solids? How do things turn up in a heated place, but yet a solid, cold object? Quantum properties defies all logic, defies gravity. The moment you decide to venture out, and those things that you received supernaturally, intuitively, with your business, with family members, at work, wherever you decide to reside, the moment you do that, you've entered into that quantum realm, and you're going to begin to draw that which is necessary for you to leap over to the next place. That's quantum leap. It takes particles with it that's designed to operate there. That's why you can't worry about people who don't want to go where you're going. They can't operate there anyway. And when you get to that place, and if they try to go and don't belong there, guess what? They won't be able to find you. Thank you, Sister Monique, for your donation. They won't be able to find you. Why? Because as a particle, as a subatomic particle, you're constantly in motion. So those who are trying to find you, those who are seeking you in a certain place to keep you in a certain box because you understand that you are quantum, they can't find you. Listen, we operate with so much energy that when we go places, we leave a shadow, an aura of who we are. Because we are quantum. So we leave that light. And that's one thing when you get to quantum properties, those particles have the ability to operate as photons, light. We are the phosphorus ones? That's right. The light bringers. Not only that, we operate as waves. So you wonder why certain people are attracted to you and causing things to happen for you and with you. It's because not only are you a wave of light, but you operate on such frequency that it draws things to you and causes constructive interference, as we've talked about. So now you constructively build, oftentimes without the effort, because you've placed yourself in that position. Wow. So now you may think things are happening. You may see us demonstrate and say, wait a minute, man, that is so easy. Yes, it's easy because we put the work in. So you don't see the actual work. But once we start that flow, hello, somebody, once we start that quantum deep blue flow, it operates. Or I operate with my students like that. They say, well, wow, I got it. And so it's so clear to them, they actually think they did it. All I did was give them forced options. I gave them the ability to think, to tap on what was already there. And when they begin to do that, it feels like they did it all the time. And guess what? They did. I showed them that they had the ability to flow in that quantum realm. So I take these principles with me. I'm not just talking about them here. I operate in them before sunrise, after sunset. I'm operating in that quantum blue. Oh, watch this. Dr. Bobby Wright, I'm going back to that scientific dictum. He said, there is a scientific dictum which states everything that exists in some amount. And if it exists, it can be measured. Wow. That sounds like the quantum realm to me. There's an amount that exists. And if it exists, it can be measured. But watch this. In the quantum realm, that's a different type of measurement. Because when you're dealing with classical physics, you can put a pin or a point or a location on an object and its velocity. In the quantum realm, we're constantly in motion. So now you try to pinpoint our location, our velocity. What will happen is we'll change speed on you. Let me say that again. We'll change speed on you. We'll create some angular momentum. You're like, man, where are they going mentally? How are they doing that? Watch this. Angular momentum is so powerful. As you begin to turn and move and swivel, you pick up a level of momentum. You pick up energy. Not only that, you deal with what's called centrifugal force. Centrifugal force is the ability for an object to stay in circular motion. It keeps it going outward. But there is a balance because there's centripetal force. Centripetal force is that force that pulls inward. So let me give you an example. Let me put a big ball on a string and I can swing this ball out. That ball stays out there in motion and doesn't fall to the ground as I am swinging it with a certain force, because centrifugal force keeps it rotating outward. Centripetal force is the force pulling inward. So there is a balance. So in that quantum realm, there is a balance. You find your balance. I'm going to show you something later on. We're going to do an exercise regarding balance. I'm going to show you that you operate in balance, and that mentally, cognitively, you have the ability to balance your thoughts. You have the ability to balance your body. We do it naturally, but if we're not aware of it, we can't operate in it. All right, let me put that back out there once again. Yes, we're going to put this scientific dictum because I want you to see it. It is true. Dr. Bobby Wright talked about it. Everything that exists in some amount. And if it exists, it can be measured. Oh, let me go ahead and drop this on the timeline. And listen, let me just say, we thank you for the mod squad. That's right. Our TSF mod squad, the moderators. The one called the mod squad. For keeping that feed rolling, for inviting those into the house, inviting those to donate, inviting those to, with the emojis and putting out information out there. We thank you, mod squad. That deep blue float. Oh, watch this. That's right. That's right. We're flowing. When it comes to our mind, listen, we operating something outside of the Darwinian theory. I talked about that last week. The Darwinian theory. Survival of the fittest. The theory of evolution. I just want to put that back out there again. Talking about that theory of evolution and what Darwin was saying. Listen, that is a combative thought. That's a confrontational thought. But I'm telling you that this realm of quantum is an ecology. It's filled with ecology. It's an ecological system. Everything gets in where it fits in. It flows together. It operates together. It understands principles and properties. So what it does is allow it to be whatever it's designed to be. When that happens, it can be what it designs to be. So when you're in a space, in a place, and you have a certain level of giftings and talents, and you're flowing and you're letting someone else flow, you'll realize that everything is everything. So what they're doing is connected to what you're doing. If you allow them to flow, they bring a space and place of energy so that everything can operate according to how it's designed. So now, even if you're working in business, if you realize that those that are around you working with you have a place and that they're operating in a space that was designed for them, what they're doing actually creates space and place and time for you to operate. I don't care if you're at the top. Those who own the basketball teams cannot get out on the floor and play. So there's a level of authority that they have. There's a voice that they have. They must have that in order for you to flow properly. And as I shared with you, that's why the financial district is in such a disarray. Why? Because they won't let the wealth flow. It's stagnated. It's stiff. It's stale. Oh, my goodness. Talking about this, look what it says here with this Darwinian theory. Very powerful. He talks about survival of the fittest. Watch this. It's an evolutionary theory is a way of describing the mechanism of natural selection. Natural selection. In Darwinian terms, the phrase is best described and understood survival of the form that would leave the most copies of itself in a successive generation. So we talked about that. But watch this. It didn't account for what's called epigenetics. So there is an epigenetic. The one even talked about this. Epigenetics dealing with quantum mechanics, the quantum realm, epigenetics. Let me go ahead and put that out there for you. You have to understand that with this realm, it appears that it defies all logic, all natural sciences. Particles having opposite spin. Temperatures defying things. Quantum entanglement, which we talked about. That's right. So a natural realm of reality falls apart when it comes to the quantum realm. All right. Yes, indeed. Completely falls apart. So you have to understand that there's a deep blue balance when it comes to quantum. Although it appears that everything else is on its own natural flow, there is an uncertainty which is really the realm of all possibilities. It's that place where infinite possibilities can happen based on location, locality, the ability to think a thing, to cause it to manifest. The deep blue flow. Watch this. This epigenetic system. Oh, I got to put this out there for you. According to the National Human Genome Research Institute. Watch this. Put part of this out of there and then we're going to go a little bit further. It is a powerful thing when you look at epigenetics. Watch what this says. And I'm going to read this as you are going there. Watch this. Epigenetics. Of course, I got notes everywhere. Watch this. Epigenetics is the emerging field of science that studies heritable changes caused by the activation, deactivation of genes without any change in the underlying DNA sequence of the organism. The word epigenetics is of Greek origin and literally means over and above. Epi. Epi means to superimpose. That's right, to superimpose a thing. Now, watch this. When we're dealing with epigenome, the ability to rewrite that which have been already written. So now, you look at things that have been passed down. One talked about that. We feel that we have to accept what has been distributed unto us. But when it comes to that quantum realm, quantum mechanics, dealing with epigenetics, guess what? That's a part of us that have not been written on. Oh, my goodness. There's a part of us that have not been written on. So now we look at our genes and say, well, we received these genes and I'm a victim to it. I can't go any further based on what genes have been given to me. Watch this. Genes are blueprints. Genes receive information that have been written on them. But the mind has the ability to look at it and bring about 30,000 different analysis. 30,000 different analysis of that same genotype, of that same blueprint. How many of you remember the movie Next? Nicolas Cage. The movie Next. We thought it was happening right there. What was he doing? He was analyzing infinite possibilities. That was the quantum realm. What if I did this? Then here are infinite possibilities with this decision. What if I did that? Here are other infinite possibilities of that decision. So he had the ability to analyze that one genotype, bring about 30,000 different parts, analyze it to see what was going to happen. What am I telling you? You don't have to be stuck in that same process. You don't have to be stuck in that same thought processes. Why? Because your mind has the ability to quantum out of that space and place and time. Yes, that's right. We receive programs. The one talked about that. Early stages of our lives, we receive programming. But watch this. We have the ability to rewrite those programs instead of hitting the play button. Now let me take those same thoughts, that same trauma. Now I'm going to record something else and hit the play button and let it play out. That's why we put certain things in our eye gates, certain sounds in our ears, so that we can quantum leap out of a state that seemingly there was no way out, that there was just this infinite loop because of this program. Infinite loops deal with programming. So we've been given a program, a matrix, and we've been told that's the only place in space we can operate in. Not so. Not so. Now, watch this. Let me go to this quantum number. I got all these. I'm going to tie these thoughts in. Before I get to those quantum numbers, watch this. Quantum mechanics is so powerful that it took more than 1, 2, 3, 4 scientists or physicists to bring about an understanding. And it's still developing because we operate and do things at certain times, and we're trying to figure out, man, why did I think this? How did this happen? How did I entangle myself with certain things that cause, man, this powerful thing to manifest? Those are the abilities that we have, because we're a makeup of everything out here, and everything out here is a makeup of who we are. So our electrons have the ability to leap. Come on now. Our outer shell, our valence electrons, particles, have the ability to attach themselves and create a semblance. So you say, well, how is my son acting differently than the entire generation? Epigenetics, the ability to write, the ability to carve out, to reconstruct. Listen, early on in my life, I decided to be the master teacher, the shapeshifter, the code breaker. I was operating in that. But the one tapped on it. That's right. Tapped on it, and now it manifests at will. It's who I am. It's what I do. Break codes. Shapeshift. Come on, somebody. Watch this. Planck, Niels Bohr, Heisenberg, Broglie, Compton, Einstein, Schrodinger, those dealing with uncertainty and the exclusion principle, Newman, Dirac, Enrico, Wolfgang, Pauli, all of them had something to do with the quantum realm. They couldn't just pinpoint one thing because it's too powerful. So they had to develop it. And I guarantee you the thoughts are still developing. But watch this. Let's get to something here. Quantum numbers. And I'm going to get to the feed here in just a second. To get to some of those comments. But I want to flow into something real quickly, because it's the quantum realm. Come on and hit that share button. Come on. Put those emojis out there. Let's turn it up. Let's create a noise. Yes. All right, all right. Watch this. If you can see that, come on and hit that share button. Hit that emojis. Hit the emojis. Give me the thumbs up if you can see that comment. I'm going to get to those in your comments here in just a second. What is quantum mechanics? And let me repost that again. I know it got it out there, but what is quantum mechanics? Quantum mechanics is the branch of physics relating to the very small. You have to see it's not something grandiose, but yes, it is grandiose. It's dealing with the smaller particles, the small things, the minute things, the things you have to pay attention to, the details. That's right, the details. It results what may appear to be something very strange or strange conclusions about the physical world. Watch this. At the scale of atoms and electrons, many of the equations of classical mechanics, which describe how things move at everyday size and speed, cease to be useful. Wow. So everyday speed, everyday size appear to be useful, cease to be useful when it comes to quantum mechanics. Why? Because that's the real realm of reality. However, in quantum mechanics, objects instead exist in a haze of probability. They have a certain chance of being at point A, another chance at point B, and so on. So now that's bad. That's bad. That's the quantum realm. But there are 3 quantum revolutions, and I'm going to relate this to us. Watch this. Quantum mechanics, QM, developed over many decades as a set of controversial mathematical explanations of experiments that math of classical mechanics could not explain. Wow. So now you may look at yourself and others who may be close to you can't even explain you. You're an anomaly in your family, the black sheep. Yeah, black sheep, the black sheep of the family, the gifted one, the chosen one, the one who may experience hardship, the apostolic realm. I'm not talking about an apostolic church, the one of hardship and danger, the sent one. You might be the sent one. That's right. You may operate in that space and place. So now, in that quantum realm, it's hard to detect. It's hard to lock you in a box. Watch this. Quantum mechanics can't explain it. It began at the turn of the century, around the same time that Albert Einstein published his theory of relativity, a separate mathematical revolution in physics that describes the motion of things at high speed. So the ability to describe things at a high rate of speed, theory of relativity. But now with these properties, watch this. Three main properties here. When it comes to quantum mechanics, the quantum realm, quantized properties. Watch this. Certain properties, and let me go ahead and post this real quickly as I'm reading this because I want it to continue to flow. Quantized properties, or certain properties such as position, speed, and color, are sometimes only occur in specific set amounts, much like a dial that clicks from number to number. That's how it appears. All right. Let me go ahead and post that one more time. I got to see that information out there on the timeline. But watch this. This challenged a fundamental assumption of classical mechanics, which said that such properties should exist on a smooth, continuous spectrum. In other words, what others have dictated for you cease to exist. The quantum realm said, no, that may be a spectrum that you might have tried to place me on, but the quantum realm said, not so. I exist in a whole nother realm. And if you attempt to go to that realm, you won't see me there. It'll just be a shadow of turning. Particles of light. Now, as I share with you, we are particles of light. But that third principle deals with waves. So now, as particles of light sometimes behave as particles, this was initially met with harsh criticism, as it ran contrary to 200 years of experiments showing that light behaved as a wave. So now light behaves as a wave. Not only does it send out particles of light, it sends out waves. Now watch this. Watch how we replicate that. How many of you have pulled your shades in the summertime? It was really bright. Before, you didn't see this. But you pulled your shades or you separated your blind, opened up your blinds. And all of a sudden, in this line, you see particles. Particles floating in the air. That's right. Those particles manifested as soon as you put light on it. It was a certain wave. So we operate in certain wavelengths. Us to illuminate. And others see it. And you wonder why certain things are attracted to you. That's because what you've placed in your environment, what you've attached yourself to. So now this smooth blue causes you to attach yourself to quantum principles that manifest those things that you've desired, you've been contemplating, you've written down. The level and the time that your confidence came online, guess what? You started operating in it. And then you realize that, wait a minute, I can flow at this at will. It was my fear, that inhibitor, that caused me not to flow in that quantum realm, in that quantum space. Because my electrons have the ability to move. My particles have the ability to attach, to detach, to jump from shell to shell. But watch this, as I go from a heightened state, when my energy is heightened, and guess what? When I jump down to a lower energy shell, guess what happens? When I begin to operate in a smooth manner, I emit light. So you say, I was at this heightened state, and then I just went smooth, and you think that your light went out? No. When you jump from a higher energy state to a lower one, you emit light. You emit waves. You emit energy. Oh my goodness. So now you're just flowing. You're flowing throughout your businesses. You're flowing throughout your house. You're flowing throughout your workplace. You're flowing out wherever you may go. Even your donations flow. Listen, when you donate, you're creating a current, a flow. It's a flow. It's an energy. Oh my goodness. It's a quantum energy that you create. Your particles create other principles. I'm going there. We're going to talk about these principles. When it comes to those electrons, there are 4 quantum principles. It says a total of 4 quantum principles used to describe completely the movement and trajectory of electrons. Hold that thought. Let me go ahead and check this feed. I can feel it. My goodness. Oh, keep that flow. That's right, the Mod Squad. We love you as well. That's right, that's right. Sister Stephanie, we love you as well. Flowing indeed. Sister Cynthia, that's right, the one, the Mod Squad. Yes, the TS Mods. Epigenetics, Sister Monique, that's right. Thank you for the heart, Elder Gibbs. Oh, let's see. Genes have blueprints, that's right, Sister Cynthia. Thank you for those emojis. What? That's amazing. Our leaping electrons. We hear you, Master Teacher. Thank you, Sister Monique. Oh, y'all blowing it up, blowing it up. Great information. Thank you, Sister Stephanie. Greetings, Sister Lavelle. I see you in the house. Oh boy, y'all lighten up this timeline. The one says light, yes. Hey, Sister Sabrina in the house. Yes, yes. Yes, Prince of Peace. Come on here, Prince of Peace. Yes. Yes. Oh, watch this. We're going to talk about something here. Very powerful. Very powerful. Dealing with those quantum numbers. Now, dealing with the quantum numbers, watch this. There are four quantum numbers used to describe completely the movement and trajectory of each electron. And I'm going to go ahead and place this real quickly out there. Yes, I know it's flowing. It's flowing. All right. Watch this. In atoms, there are a total of 4 quantum numbers. The principal number, or the principal quantum number. And I'm going to go ahead and drop this also so I can just continue to flow. The information will be on the timeline. Watch this. The 4 quantum numbers, the principal number, the orbital angular momentum quantum number, the magnetic quantum number, the electron and the electron spin quantum number. Watch this. The first one is the principal quantum number. But you got to see how powerful this is. Principle. Wisdom is the principal thing, as the sacred text says. But in all thy getting, to get what? Get an understanding, right? It's the principal thing. So the first area is the principal quantum number. It also represents the word arche. First in order, first in rank, first in position. It also represents the one, the principal quantum number. That's right. Shout out to you, the one. That's right. The apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander, the cosmic commander. Yes, that's right. You are the principal, the principal quantum number. That's right. It also says, as far as quantum or principle, watch what Hebrews says. And again, I'm not trying to save anybody. Not trying to proselytize anybody. It's a backdrop. It's something that our sacred text teaches us, and it gives us some clues. It says, when for the time you ought to be teachers, you have need that one teach you again. So there's many got up and go. They got up and go, got up and went. But when for the time you ought to be teachers, you have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracle of the Almighty One. First principles, first in order, the first principle, first law, first rank. So now we have many who's out just spewing out stuff, but don't realize that when for the time you ought to be a teacher, you have need that one teach you again. Watch this. I stay in a place of teachability. I stay in a place of learning. I stay in a place of growing because it's the first principle. In other words, you never get rid of your first principle. Many think that they've plateaued out, but you cannot plateau out in the quantum realm, because when you get to a certain place, you're going somewhere else to learn something else. So that's how our thoughts, our strategic thoughts operate. Because once we move, we learn in that spot and we leave residue, we leave forensics behind. That's why others can duplicate what we've done, because we leave some evidence. That's right. We leave evidence behind. But watch this. Those four realms. One is the principal realm, or principal quantum number. Now, when electrons are in an excited state of energy, it can jump to another shell, emitting or absorb. That's called absorption. It absorbs things. So I've talked about before how light sucks dark suckers. Light does not emit light, it sucks dark. It brings in a dark energy to get its light. So now as you jump to a different energy shell, you absorb things. You absorb that energy around you. When you learn how to control it and understand it, you begin to reflect more and more. There's a reflection again. So known as emission. Electrons can emit energy, can give off energy. But watch this, mathematically. The principle, the principal realm dealing with quantum mechanics, guess what it starts with? It starts with 1. The number 1. So the number 1 in mathematics actually is called the natural number. It counts up, it's the natural number. So now it's the natural realm. So in other words, the quantum realm is the natural realm. Not the classical mechanics, not the classical physics. It's the quantum realm. It starts with 1. So when you attribute it to mathematics, that's that first circle you deal with. The natural numbers or the counting numbers. You start with 1, you don't start with 0. Now, watch this. That second realm that I talked to you about was the orbital or the angular momentum realm. Creating momentum. Guess what? It starts with 0. So in that realm, it represents whole numbers, the ability to be whole. In that quantum realm, you have the ability to be whole. Listen, Many of us have been sick from certain things. We just received it because it was passed down and didn't realize that we can operate in a space and place and time or within ourselves, in our higher selves, that we can become whole. That's the second principle dealing with the electrons. The angular realm, the angular momentum, creating a momentum of healing, creating a realm of healing. Watch the third realm.
The one says dark suckers.
Oh, dark suckers. Watch this. The one said dark suckers. That's right. That energy that absorbs things but emits light. Watch this. The sun pours in its light from the planets around it. That's right. The light bulb gives off light. It gives off light, but it sucks dark. It pours in darkness. Darkness is always there. It's always there. But when you turn a light switch on, light has to appear. There's a time frame where it has to cut on. But watch this. As soon as you hit that switch, immediately it becomes dark. Why? Because it's always there. So light actually sucks dark. That's called dark suckers. Consequently, the speed of dark operates faster than the speed of light. Oh, watch this. The last realm is the electron spin. Those four realms. So electrons spin. They spin on a quantum number, having the ability to be positive or negative. So what I just described to you was, first of all, the natural realm, letting you know that we naturally operate in it. Realm 2, the wholeness, having the ability to surround ourselves and become whole with those who we're connected to. Third realm, angular momentum. In other words, it actually surrounds the first two realms, natural and wholeness. Then that third realm, or that fourth realm, dealing with the ability to spin, put a spin on things. So now, when you encounter certain entities, certain discrepancies, that's right, you have the ability to take information and place a spin on it and cause it to spin upright. And you will sense it. Oftentimes, we break through those senses. We break through what has been given unto us, and we go past that, and we reason within ourselves. Why? Because it just doesn't seem natural. There's no way this could be happening for me and to me. When quantum mechanics and the quantum realm operates that way, it's going to happen because it's supposed to happen. And sometimes you just can't define it. That's how those principles operate. Now, as I shared with you that there is a realm or a level of balance. Let me get back to this timeline. Listen, come on in, hit that share button. Take a moment, hit that share button again. Hit that share button. Because I want to introduce something here in a second dealing with balance.
I saw somebody earlier from Uganda up in here, so.
Okay, let me check this timeline here, make sure I'm not missing anybody. Sister Sabrina said, wow, light absorbs light electrons, can give off energy, the natural number of quantum realm. Yes, yes, indeed. Energy, very important. Thank you, Dominica Jones. Sister Sabrina said, but it gives off the one. That's right. The first principle, the first law cannot plateau out. Leave some residue, evidence of fruit. Absolutely. And listen, if you're freezing, go ahead and refresh in your browser. It's that energy. It's that quantum energy.
The one says je ne sais quoi.
It's that je ne sais quoi. That's right. Come on here. That je ne sais quoi. Yes, sir, the one. That thing that it's hard to explain, but you operate in it. And others are saying, wow, How is he or how is she doing this? How are we manifesting this? It's that je ne sais quoi. I can't explain it. I don't know what it is, but it operates every time. It's smooth. It's that smooth blue quantum realm. That's right. Thank you, the one, that je ne sais quoi. That's the one. He operates in that je ne sais quoi. Ever since I've known him, I didn't know what it was. Man, who is this guy? Where did he come from? What flying saucer did he come from? Oh my goodness, what realm? That was the one operating in the je ne sais quoi. And watch this, those who operate in the je ne sais quoi have the ability to will you in and cause you to operate in it. Yes. Yes, that shell, ionic bonding. That's right, Sister Sabrina. Ionic bonding. It takes on, as it leaps, it bonds. It's either going to gain electrons or lose electrons. And as it bonds with something else, guess what? When those electrons are lost, it attempts to become what it's trying to bond to, so it doesn't remain with the same principle, the same state. That's right. So I can literally say, that's right, I'm the host with the most. Wow, he said that? I thought the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander was the host with the most. Guess what? I'm the host with the most too. I'm one of his sons. I'm manifesting what he's manifesting. I use the same principle with my students. I'm the host with the most. That's right. That's right. Your math teacher, the host with the most, coming at you from coast to coast. That's right. Oh, it's catchy. I'm the host with the most. Thank you to one. That's that je ne sais quoi you just released and passed over to me. Smooth blue. Come on, Prince of Peace. Come on and hit us. Take a station identification break so that I may bring in the nectar of KD. That's right, the songbird. Thank you, Sister KD. Come on, come on. Yeah. That smooth blue flow. That's right, the principal thing. Let me introduce two terms real quickly. It's how we operate. Two terms. Allotropic. Polymorphism. Watch how it connects to what we're talking about here. Then I'm going to get to this balance. Listen, all of this is relative and contingent upon balance. Having the ability to balance our thoughts, having the ability to understand that we are more than conquerors. That's right, more than conquerors. I'm attributing that to having the ability to quantum leap to that next place in space and time in your mind. Listen, I'll never forget that a gentleman, when we were growing up in a certain ministry, younger brothers, nephews, because they were the mass majority, controlled everything within the congregation. Let me just say that some of them were rotten to the core. But they didn't see the ability that others had to flow. Watch this. Years later, The uncle came back and said, wow, you an engineer? Physics? You've dealt with physics? Mathematics? Oh my goodness. I didn't think that you were actually going to achieve all of that. I said, because you couldn't place me in a box. I grew up on the west side of Chicago, where you weren't expected to really go far. That's where I was living physically. And anybody will tell you that knew me, I was not living there. I was always an anomaly. I was always in a different matrix. I was always creating something else to operate in. When they said I couldn't, challenge. You're not going to be able to do that? Challenge. Wait a minute, you're declaring all those majors? Challenge. Athletically, challenge. It was fun to me. It was fun to take the gifts and talents and to prove everybody who was operating in the classical physics realm, prove them wrong. Prove them that I was going to operate in the quantum physics realm, the quantum mechanics, to defy all logic, to defy all gravity. That's where we operate. And so because of that, others can't lock you into maybe their deficiencies, their limitations. Others will try. Listen, I've watched people try to place the one in a box. What they didn't realize is that the box had an opening at the other end. All they created was a shelf. He just passed right through the box. Went in, passed right through. He created a symbiotic relationship because it was needful. But you can't box him in. In the realm that he operates in, there is no box. See, the key is not to place a box there. We place boxes in our lives, and wonder why we're operating in such manner. We place them there. In the realm where we operate, the real realm of reality, there are no boxes. It's limitless. It's a place where you can create, you can manifest, you can conquer, you can get control of your thoughts. Yes, Sister KD, you got something for me? All right. In that deep, smooth blue flow, that is blue-nificent. That boy, that's the one. All right, Sister Sabrina. Two terms, polymorphism and a trophy. That's right. Well, we are more than conquerors. Can leap into that next place in your mind. Siobhan, if I'm enunciating that correctly. Ashe, peace, love, abundance, man. We're in that sync, yes. We are one wholeness. That's right. The whole family. Yes, thank you. All right, let's see. The one says you're bringing balance to the force. Oh, my goodness. He just tapped into, well, you know, the one is always there. Bringing balance to the force. That's the one. Yes, challenge, express your gifts, defy all logic. Sister Sabrina, you were and still always on the way to become more, bigger, and better. Thank you, Sister Monique. The one, he says, you're bringing about the next realm of transformation. Oh, and he hit us with the fire, the lightning. Come on, the explosion. That's right, the one, the cosmic commander, the apostle, the prophet. Oh, the way of escape. Out of our escape of real realm of reality. That's right. That's the way out of escape. A way of escape is not to put yourself in a box. Thank you, Sister Sabrina. Watch this. The one was talking about balance. That's my segue. Let's talk about this balance real quickly. Let me see if I can get this just right. All right. Talking about balance. Now here's a chemical or gas, heptane. Look at this. Talking about balance. We're talking about balancing equation. Balancing an equation. Watch this. C7, H16. Yes, I'm stretching you. Plus O2, oxygen. Transitions over to 7, CO2 plus H2O. Now, this is a chemical reaction. We got the reactant and a product. So how to react? How do we transition over to a product? Well, as we see this equation is not balanced. Because look at it. We have 16 hydrogen atoms. Over here, we only have 2. So it's not balanced. Now, I'm going to show you how the mind and the ability has the ability to, or the mind and the body has the ability to balance itself. Now, 16 hydrogen atoms, but only 2 here. So what do I do? First of all, I can't affect the subscript because it's what that element is. So we don't affect that, but we can add the molecules to it. So now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to multiply here by 8. So now 8 times 2 give me my 16 molecules here, right? But now that I've multiplied this by 8, I've also multiplied this oxygen by 8. So look at this. I've got 8 plus 7 times 2. Wow. So that's 14 and 8. So for oxygen, there's 22. Watch how we can balance this. On this side, there's only 2 molecules, right? All I have to do is multiply that by 11. 11 times 2 gives me 22. Now, for this oxygen, 7 times 2, 14. 8 times 1, 8. So now we got 22, 22. Look over here. C7, 7C, there's my 7. So now I've just balanced the hydrogen, the oxygen, and the carbon by multiplying certain values. Do you know quantumly we do that within our bodies and don't realize it? We recognize that there is an imbalance, but natural order of things says there's no way we can do that. We can't think like that and cause healing to our bodies. We can't think like that and cause things to flourish around us. Listen, let me tell you something. I used to think on what I was going to do on a baseball diamond before I went and played. That's right. I used to leave school when I was in high school, and I would go home and watch the Chicago Cubs. I would watch them, and I would watch certain movements, and I would watch certain scenarios. Man on first, second base. Somebody hit a home run. And I used to imagine that. I used to imagine the bases being loaded. I hit a grand slam. Or I'd get on first, I'd steal second. I used to imagine that. And I would go to the games, and I would do the exact same thing I imagined every game. Watch this. I'm going to show you how I defied all odds. In Major League Baseball, the average batting average is like 245. Then some of the top hitters only go to like 335. Top hitters. Their batting average, 335, 340. But overall in the entire MLB, averages 245. Listen, you all, because of how I thought and I didn't place boundaries around me, I used to bat 517. That's unheard of. A batting average of 517 is unheard of. You know what that means? I hardly ever got out. If I did, it was a fly ball, a ground out. Most of the times, it was on base, home runs, doubles, triples. Whatever I desired to do, because I mentally assented to that place, I was able to do it. We balance ourselves in this matter. Watch this. Glucose, a combustion of glucose. Yes, we create glucose in our bodies, in our minds. Watch this. C6H12O2 plus 6O2. It reacts, forms a product, CO2 plus H2O. Watch this. If I multiply both quantities by 6, guess what I just did? I just balanced the equation. 6 carbons here. I got 6 down here. Oxygen, 6 times 2 is 12. Here's my other 6, another 12. I just balanced that one and this one. Hydrogen, 12, 6 times 2. I just balanced the equation. And I know we're talking about chemical processes, but what I'm showing you is that we have the same ability to balance. It's the balanced thoughts in our mind. It was the one was just saying, he put out on the feed, he says that you are bringing balance to the force. I just showed you how you balance the force with the code by multiplying yourself and with those that are like-minded with you. So now when I connect myself to those who are like-minded, guess what? I balance my equation because I realize that I don't have it all. So when I connect to those who are connected to me with the same energy, I balance myself. I balance myself. All right. One other quick principle. Let me see what the one, I know the one has, yes, je ne sais quoi. Amazing master teacher. Gratitude, Sister Stephanie. All right. Let's see here. That's right. I'm going to say it again. The host with the most. That's right. The host with the most. That's me. I can say that because I've covalently bonded with the one. I connected to him. Deep in that magnificent flow. Ah. All right. Yes. That's the Prince of Peace, y'all. Which one? Oh, that's the one. The one the apostle said, pop that corn, master teacher, shapeshifter, code breaker. Sugar is glucose. That's right. Thank you, Sister Sabrina. You right on tap. Balance that equation. Iron sharpen iron. That's right. And deep calleth unto deep at the noise of thy water spout. Deep balance. That's right, Sister Monique. Operating in that quantum. Sister Dominica. Oh, man, they do it on that timeline, Sister KD. They are doing it on that timeline. Oh. Let me give you a few minutes. Let them hit you and serenade you. That's Sister KD, y'all, the songbird, the nectar. Listen, before I hit you with this last piece, listen, if you had not taken the opportunity to donate, please do so. Please do so at this time. Listen, we appreciate your donates. We appreciate your love. Listen, it helps us to do what we do. The one is on location right now. And listen, it is a joy, a privilege, a pleasure to be sitting in the captain's seat. We thank you. We honor you, man. We listen. I can't thank you and love on you enough. We love you. Family, we love you. Moderators, we love you. Facebook family, Truth Session family, listen, we love you. We speak a language of love. That's what it's all about. Your thoughts really matter. They count right here. Thank you for those who share their businesses with us. Oh, listen, do so. We need that. Keep that flow going. It's a part of what we do. It's the quantum realm. Your business is the quantum realm. We can tap into things that otherwise we may not have access to. So when you place that energy, that's what it is. It's energy. Energy on the timeline. Energy that will cause you to flow into what you're doing. Why? Because all of us connect to it. So now I know your business on the timeline. I give it thought. I entertain it. Because of that, my thoughts send energy to you. And guess what? You connect to it and we quantumly entangle ourselves. We draw others to our business. Listen, it is a realm of infinite possibilities. And when we understand that, guess what? Oh, we'll flourish like never before. Yes, we will. Come on, let me let you hit. They're going to hit you one more minute with this. Yes. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Yeah, I feel that flow. I feel that flow. I feel it turning. Yes. Come on. Yes. Operating in that quantum. Yes. Come on, feel it. We're going to build up to this last piece. Come on. Yes. That's why you're listening to the Prince of Peace. And KD, the one that bring the nectar. Come on, yes. Come on, y'all, dial in. Come on, you need to get this. You know you're going to need it. You're going to need it this week. You're going to need it throughout your life, throughout your family's life. That's right, you need to touch somebody with this. Cause them to operate in it. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Come on. In that quantum flow. Yes. All right. Here we go. Watch this. Two places and spaces that we operate in. You might have heard these terms. Allotropic, some say allotropic, versus polymorphism. Watch this. Polymorphism is defined as the ability of solid material to exist in more than one form or crystal structure, whereas allotropy is defined as the property of some chemical elements to exist in two or more different forms in the same physical state, known as allotropes of these elements. So now we're looking at two things. Polymorphism, saying that a solid can exist in more than one form. A solid. Come on, we as solids still existing in more than one form. Wow. So now you may see this structure right here. Oh, but in my spirit, in my quantum realm, I'm existing in another form. I can tap into more than one thing at one time, having the ability to control my thoughts, control my mind, control my energy. As a solid structure, I can operate in different forms. Watch this. Polymorphism, dealing with the quantum realm, that crystal realm. Allotropy is defined as the property of chemical elements. And of course, our brains are made up what? Electrical impulses and chemical, right? They're both electrically and chemically made up. Some elements, watch this, chemicals exist in 2 or more different forms. So they operate on an opposite spectrum, 2 or more different forms, but within the same state. So now I can operate in a certain state. You may see me in this one state, but I have the ability to operate in a different form without operating in ambivalence, 2 opposing thoughts. One is repugnant. One is receptive. Or cognitive dissonance, static in the brain. Trauma impulses. I don't have to operate in it. I can be in one space and place, in one state, and operate in different forms. That's right. Having the ability to balance my equation. Having the ability to balance my physical well-being. Having the ability to get up in the morning before sunrise at that quantum blue realm and set your day in motion. Set your thoughts in motion. I'm not telling you that overnight sometimes you're not going to experience certain things and wake up in a state where, man, you just don't feel like getting up, going to work. But what I am sharing with you is before you start your day, that you can eradicate that thought. You can supersede or superimpose yourself on those thoughts and say, listen, I've got to do this. And I'm telling you, the moment you make up in your mind that you're going to have that particular type of day, it happens for you. You don't have to crank up any shaft or anything. It automatically happens for you. Why? Because you predetermined that it was supposed to be that way, that it was going to be that way. Then at the end of your day, just after sunset, you sit down and evaluate those things which you've encountered. You've evaluated your quantum realm to see what was passing in and out, what was boring into your thoughts. You give audience to it. You give credence to it. You respect it, whether good or bad, because those bad elements still have some good that you can draw from. So I don't get rid of bad information. It actually tells me what I shouldn't be doing, so I still can benefit from its reflection. That's right. That's right. You just heard from the master teacher, the shapeshifter, the code breaker, dealing with that quantum realm. The quantum realm is the real realm of reality. All right. That's right. The one says, that's why there's an uptick in the use of crystals in the conscious community. Listen, the one is always on it. My goodness, that's right. Awesome. Listen, I got help around it. Didn't I tell you can't do it all by yourself? This feed, I'm having a delay, but the one sending his information is to KD. All right. Say it again. All right. Sivan Singh, creating your realm of reality. Ashe. I do this every day. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. That's right, my brother. Every day. Sister Sabrina said, one space and place and operate in a different form. Before you start the day, you can change your thought. Predetermine it was going to go that way. That's right. Retrospect, reflection. Make sure I'm not missing anyone else. Operate in different form. That's right, Sister Cynthia. Yes, yes, yes. That's right. Spirit, my quantum realm, chemical elements, allotropic. Yes. Gratitude. Master teacher's a great tutor. Gratitude, gratitude. All right. Thank you. Let me check to see if I'm see any other comments. Unlimited possibilities. Yes. Free coding for your young. That's right. Sister Rhonda Moore says, I hear you, Songbird. KD, love. You are listening to the Prince of Peace. That's right, JP, and the truth. Stretch us, Master Teacher. Thank you, Sister Sabrina. All right. They shouting you out. Play Prince of Peace. Operating in a quantum. Yes. Deep, deep balance. Oh. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Thank you to our very own Elder Gibbs in the house every week. Gratitude. She and I got a connection there and said, listen, all is well, and it just got better. That's right, it got better when I tapped into you, when you tapped into me. When you called my name, Elder Gibbs, it just got better. That's why all is well. Oh. That's right, you speak it into existence. That's right. With that realm of knowledge. All right, listen, those of you listening under the sound of my voice. That's right, the master teacher, the shapeshifter, the code breaker, the son of the one, the host with the most, the cosmic commander. That's right, you have been introduced to the deep blue realm, that smooth quantum blue. That's right. Listen, as you continue to flow this week in that deep, smooth blue, realize that the quantum realm is the real realm of reality. Yeah. And as always, hold what you got. Muse over it. Cogitate upon it. Ponder over it. And as they take us out, govern yourselves accordingly with this information. Gratitude to the one. Shalom alaikum. Mishpachah. Peace be unto you, family.